Alrighty, we're live. Welcome, take two. Summer school seminar recap, take two. Hopefully you guys will hear more than just my voice. So why don't you guys go ahead and say hi.
Hi.
Tamberly.
Oh, hey, everybody.
All right, awesome. Well, okay, so today is our first summer school session for the month of August. And I just want to remind everybody, we only have officially 2 more training classes. Next Monday will be on new products, and then the following Monday will be on foundations. And then that last Monday is just going to be a fun little graduation celebration party that we'll do, just a quick little hangout that Monday as well to wrap up our summer classes. I meant to actually, so this is really good, I meant to remind everybody for summer school, don't forget on the bottom of your summer school page, make sure you have your faces tracked for all of June, all of July, and all of August, all 3 months combined. And when you attend the 12 hangouts and do 30 faces, 10 shares, pedicure and appetizer on Shelly, woo-woo, on me. And then if you attend 8 hangouts, 10 faces, 5 shares, you're invited to hang out with us for appetizers, but and some girlfriend time, but you get to pay. And then if you attend 8 hangouts, you're gonna get a fun gift and a certificate of participation. So don't forget the faces and the shares. But again, that's over a 3-month period. So just make sure they're all logged either on the Perfect 12 tracking sheet or your weekly accomplishment sheets. Okay, so that's my little spiel, and then yeah, so here we go. So we're excited to chat with you guys again about seminar, and hopefully we might have a couple more joining in here. Oh, okay, Sue Ann won't be joining us. She has a migraine. So I think that was her husband that was texting me. Okay, so super excited to share with you guys. We had a blast at seminar. And these 2 awesome ladies are ready to share all their fun takeaways. So I believe I started off with a question that wasn't even on the survey. Y'all share just your overall fun aha takeaway from seminar. And we've got Lauren that was there for her 2nd year. And then we've got Tamberly, who's a brand new gal attending seminar for the first time. So Tamberly, why don't you start us off and share with us your aha overall thoughts of seminar?
When I got there, it was like super exciting. I thought, wow, this is super great. And as I sat through the whole time, the whole thing looking, I thought all these women are here that do the same thing I do. They do the same thing I'm trying, and it can be done because people down on the stage have done it. So like every one of us can, and it really just boosted me that I can get on track and get going. The aha that we all do it, so it can be done.
Yeah. You know, and Tamberly, even after 20 years, I still look around when I walk in there, and when you see all those ladies crossing the stage that have led units to, like, I don't know, 500,000, 650, 700, 800,000. I'm just like, oh my God, you know, what do they have that I had that I don't have? And the answer is like nothing. And they all come in, you know, different sizes, shapes, and ages. And yeah, I still think that thought every time myself.
Yeah. So I thought, yes, I mean, it is attainable. So let's go.
Let's go. Woo-hoo. Okay, Lauren.
This is so weird to do this again.
I know.
I don't remember what I said the first time. My answers are going to be so different. I'm sure it's providential. It's like divine intervention. I don't really know. What is the question? Like when I first walk in, what do I think?
Well, it was just an overall aha or just thought process with this being your 2nd one.
Well, I guess I'll share the fact about how I went last year, and I'm slow to process and slow to believe in myself. And so last year, I'm pretty sure Shelly like leaned over and was like, so what do you think about all of the directors? And I'm like, well, good for them. It's not me. But this year, I mean, I leaned over to Shelly, and I was, when all the new directors were going across the stage, and I was like, okay, I'm supposed to be a director because my palms are sweaty and my stomach feels like gut wrenching, and I'm like, I'm supposed to be there. So there, that's that.
Woo-hoo. I remember earlier you did talk about the belief, and that was, I think, a super common theme in the whole seminar, just the company doing their best to breathe belief in us. And
Yeah,
so
I'll go ahead and share that part now that I shared in the end last time, but that it's been a few months now, but I decided that I needed a team name. And I don't remember, Gloria Mayfield Banks actually said that. I don't know if she said it in our class. Tamberly, do you remember her saying that, to like name your team? I don't remember where I heard her say that.
Uh-huh. I don't remember.
Oh, I couldn't hear you. What?
Oh, I said, yeah. I mean, she had said pick it. Pick,
Yeah.
plan, see where you're going.
Yeah. So anyway, I was like, oh, look, I already did that. Anyway, so I had named my team Bold Believers, and I put that on my goal poster and everything. Anyway, and so then the seminar kind of theme was like belief and faith, and so
yeah, kind of cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't ask this question earlier, but expectations going into seminar. Tamberly, did you have any expectations of what you were planning on getting out of it, or what you were going for?
I was just hoping that I would get something that could keep me going, because I felt myself slowing, and I was hoping that it was something that would kind of light that fire again. So, and it all the expectations were met, twofold. So
Okay.
that's what I was thinking hopefully would come out of it.
Yeah. Lauren, did you have any expectations, or did you just go in for confirmations?
No, I pretty much felt the same way. I mean, which I know that's why we do like fall retreat and January jumpstart. I mean, every few months you need a little something to get you going again. But this is not a little something.
Yeah, and all of those, I'm glad you mentioned that. Those are all strategically placed, fall retreat, and then for us directors, leadership conference, and then career conference, to put you around bigger thinkers, to get you in the atmosphere of people who are going to pull you up. Because I know, we all need to surround ourselves with bigger thinkers. And so, we could do it on CD and tapes, but just being in their space makes a huge, huge difference. Okay, so I'm just going to go down a couple of the questions from our seminar survey. So what was your favorite part of seminar? Out of all the different days, day one, we had the general sessions, Go Give night. Wednesday morning, we had classes. No, we didn't have class. Yeah, we did. Wednesday classes.
And then awards.
Our awards night. What do we have Wednesday afternoon?
That's awards night. It's not awards night. It's the awards show.
No, that was Thursday.
Banquet. For us.
Yeah, Wednesday we had our banquet, so we went to something else on Wednesday.
Oh, it was just a general session again.
Okay, all right. So anyway, out of all the different parts, what was your most favorite part, Tamberly?
Like I said, I liked the discussion that we had with Gloria Mayfield Banks about having your vision, stating your vision, and stating it like a SMART goal. This is what I'm going to do. This is how I'm going to do it. This is the time I'm going to do it, because it gave me something to fall. I really liked that. And then I liked our banquet, the one that we had with just our unit. That was fun.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping, and I'm so glad we had some other girls that were able to come that even weren't at seminar, because it's just so hard sometimes to put in words, the awards, and seeing it, being in that space, and then seeing what all the awards are, it helps paint the picture for the next year too. So already had a couple of the girls that didn't come to seminar, they were like, I want a such and such award next year. So, but they wouldn't have known that if they hadn't been there. Okay, awesome. So Lauren, what was your favorite part of seminar?
I think my favorite part is the classes. I love getting to hear the national sales directors talk to us. So Ari Hathaway and Gloria Mayfield Banks were my favorite. And Gloria's talk was Unstoppable Vision. I think Aria's was called Unstoppable You, and she's like the only speech that I didn't record, and I'm so upset about that because she's just amazing. But I was going to share the part about Gloria's staircase again.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
So it was, she said you got to see it before you can see it, and you have to see where you're going before you can make it happen. And so think of it like a staircase, so you can, where you really, your ultimate goal is like way up there, and you want to get all the way up to the top. And so you need to see yourself doing that, but then you also need to see the very next step, and what do I need to do next to make that happen? So that was, I guess maybe that should have been my piece of advice. But anyway, I really enjoy listening to her. And I also really liked the after party, the all-in party. I just think it's awesome that they appreciate us so much and like want us to have a good time. And I actually enjoyed the dancing. And that's weird because normally I wouldn't do that. And then...
What did you call yourself earlier today? Something.
Oh, I'm usually a wallflower.
That's right. Okay.
I would be like, what you do against the wall? I hope nobody sees me. But that was not me. I was out there on the dance floor, like, woo! I don't know. I don't know what got into me, but anyway, like I said earlier, Stephanie said it's a safe place. It's just fun. You know. It's like everybody. It's like doing in your living room. Anyway, and speaking of Stephanie, I enjoyed that too, that we got to room together and get to know each other. And we had a lot in common. And it's just nice to really get to spend some time with your teammates.
Right. Yeah, because during the year, we're busy. We're running in and out, and it is fun to have that girlfriend time.
Okay, y'all forgive me, but I'm putting on some of this because I am so stuffy and it feels so good.
Okay, so y'all might have already given this, but what was your best piece of advice you heard while at seminar? Best piece of advice.
Look, becoming unstoppable. I mean, mine all goes back to writing goal. I'm gonna be a red jacket this year. What it's gonna take to get there. How you're exactly going to do it. I'll go back to, that falls back with what I do in, my teaching. How exactly am I going to get to that red jacket? And I thought that was, and having them explain that, you need to narrow it down specifically. And then like Lauren said, you need to make the steps to the ladder to get up there to it, because that makes everything seem more attainable.
Right. Well, and I know like whenever I just crunch numbers, which I like to crunch numbers, but some people don't, but that empowers me. Like when I sit there and work the numbers out and see on paper, okay, if this is the work, this gets me here, then I'm like on fire. I'm like, woohoo, let's go. It's like bridge that gap of this being over here and I'm here. It bridges that. And so it makes it very attainable. So you got your exact steps ready to go, Tamberly, to get you to red? Or do you mind?
Yeah. I know when I made out my August slip, I figured out, this is what I need to sell. And if I need to sell this is how many parties I need to have, or facials, or that this is what's going to get me there. And then break that down to things I can do to make that come in.
That happens.
So It was just a process of crunching those numbers.
Right. And I love that you took the time to do that, because now you own it. Like that is your plan of action, and you're ready to work it. It's not like Shelly's plan that she gave to you. And that makes a big deal, big difference. Okay, Lauren, your best piece of advice that you heard while at seminar?
Mine was from Ari, and it was try does not exist.
Oh, that's right. Okay, yeah.
I'll tell the story about the pen again. So she said, get a partner and hand them your pen. And then the partner was supposed to try to take the pen from you. And so Lanice and I were sitting next to each other, and she was taking my pen and I was like taking it back, and we were both like, what is happening? I don't understand. And Ari said, well, raise your hand if you're confused. And like everybody was confused because it doesn't make any sense. What do you mean try to take the pen? Either take it or don't take it. And she said, you know, try does not exist. Your brain doesn't understand trying something. Mm-hmm. It's either do it or don't do it. And so she said to replace it with I am achieving. So instead of, you know, I'm trying to become a director, I'm doing it. I'm becoming a director. I'm achieving directorship, to just change your language.
Yeah. Yeah, I was actually flipping back here through my notes, and one of ours, well, this was Katie Goldstein. In her speech, she put working on it and I'm doing it, how those were two different mindsets, which is exactly just in different words.
You know, even I had kind of replaced the word try with working towards. But even that I think is going to need to change, because I'll even say that at my appointments, because I don't want to be like, I don't know. I don't want to say like I'm doing this and then it not happen. So really, I just need to say I'm doing it and make it happen.
Well, yeah, and like she was saying, it's two different mindsets. And when you say you're doing it, it's like it actually, I think, in the long run, it'll help people that are either going to join you or not join you. Like there's no middle of the fence. You know how we have a lot of prospects that are, oh, maybe I might join, or oh, maybe later. When you're doing it, then you'll get more of a definite answer from the people you're sharing with. Like they're either going to do it with you and join, right, and jump on your train, or they'll stay behind. Yeah. All right. And one of my best piece of advice that I was, when I was going back through my notes here today, belief, you don't have to feel it to believe it. And you know, so many times we wait around for that warm, fuzzy feeling or for things to line up in order for us to believe. But it goes back to the belief comes first. And you know, and it's not a feeling. It's all in your mind. And whenever you do believe, it's just amazing how things do start to line up and click and go in place. But yeah, just a lot of stuff wrapped around belief.
Oh, I have another one.
Yeah.
I didn't say this earlier, but I think it was Gloria. She said, your normal is not welcome here anymore. And I was like, oh man, ouch. What did she say? She said something right after that too. Oh, she said, your comfy zone is not comfortable and your normal is not welcome here anymore. And that was really like huge for me. And I actually remember, Shelly, you telling me something like that last school year, because I was like, well, everything's just really crazy right now, or this is really busy, or something, you know, and you were like, you know, Lauren, maybe that's just maybe that's the new normal for you. Like, that's just how it's going to be. Like, get around it and figure it out, because it's not going to get any different. And
it's not going to change.
Yeah. And I'm like, oh, you're probably right about that. And you are.
What'd you say? Your comfort zone is no longer comfy?
Yeah, your comfort zone is not comfortable anymore.
Well, and I feel like for me, it doesn't, like, once you've stretched your mind and you want something else, then it's like, oh, yeah, you're not comfortable. You're not satisfied anymore. Welcome here.
Yeah, then she said, unapologetic in your actions, you know, and learn to tune out those negatives, because that's going to increase your passion, and it's your passion that's going to take you places. Yeah. So I thought, okay, I could be a little more passionate.
Yeah. Passion is what attracts people to you.
Well, and I think that goes back to what you said just a second ago, Shelly, that when you say I'm doing it, first of all, you're showing that you're passionate about it. You're serious about it. That is being unapologetic for your actions. You're not saying, well, I mean, like, I think I will, or like, well, you know, just happening, and you can come with me or you can not. But, you know, I'd love to have you, but this is what's happening.
Yeah. Yeah, this is what I'm doing. This is why I'm doing it, and I'm going. What'd you say, Tamberly? I cut you off.
The train's got to leave the station, so you can be on it with me or not. Let's go.
That's the visual. I don't know. I heard that a long time ago. Like, just you get on the train, it's your train, and you take off, and those that are going to join you will hop on the train, and the others will stay at the station, and they'll be right there waiting on you. And so I guess that was a picture that I've kept in my mind. Okay, so what was y'all's least favorite thing about seminar? And you guys you can be open and honest.
Oh, for me, it was the reception after the final day, the dance that went so much. There was just no, that was way too stressful. Too many people, too many, not enough corners, and okay, it was, I lived through it, but the whole time, so that was my moment.
Oh,
yeah.
But I did
thinking about that.
They did it for us, and that was nice to have somebody recognize you. Because in so many times, we work in fields that they don't do that. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it just dawned on me that we took everybody that was in there in our Hall of Dreams seats. So that was like, what, 5,000 people, 4,000 or 5,000 people, and we just moved them down the way to the hall. And we opened up the floor, so we had the same amount of people around the tables and dancing. So yeah, that was quite a few people, Timberly.
No pressure or anything. No boundaries.
Yeah, that's true. Nobody had assigned seats.
No, I need my assigned seats.
Lauren, what was your least favorite?
So my least favorite was, you said growing pains earlier, and I like that. That our group was so big that it was hard to keep up with where everybody was. And I just think we need to communicate a little better about expectations on where to be and when, and maybe only try and meet up with each other when we want to do something all together. Mm-hmm. But I did say the shuttle from our hotel was nice, that we got picked up and dropped off at the same spot, and it was just us riding the shuttle. So as long as you knew when the shuttle was leaving and when it had been scheduled, you could just be there. And so we all, could meet there and not have to worry about each other. But I do love that we're all so close and concerned about each other.
Yeah, so we might need to be thinking on that for next year, because when we double next year, our one little shuttle guy will be like twice as busy unless they get 2 shuttle vans. I don't know if they would bring in an extra shuttle van just for us. Oh. Okay, so do you ladies feel empowered to reach your goals that you have set for yourself now that you've been to seminar?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tamara, the name in.
I mean, I feel I'm charged. I'm up. That's it. I've been, it's like, I'm able, I think, to do more than I did, because I have a better working of the situation, but I have a clearer thought process, or a clearer head about where I want to work for.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Work too.
It was a good thing.
Yay. All right, and so I think the last question I had asked you guys, what advice, whether practical, mental, or just inspirational advice, would you give to those watching that did not invest the time or the money, to be able to come to seminar this year? What would you do to share with them so that they would want to come next year?
Lauren, tell them about your envelope thing.
Okay, I will. My practical advice is to take a time period, like I said, either every party that you hold, or every week, or every month, or however you do your finances. And when you take your profit, like I know I have like a savings account that my 40% goes into for my profit. And then I actually bank at the same bank as my personal, so I just transfer that into my personal checking account. But if you have a separate bank and you write yourself a check or whatever, but to actually pull cash out of your profit and maybe make a percentage or just an amount like $5, or take the seminar registration and hotel and all that, just divide it up 12 months or something, but actually have a real live envelope in your house somewhere and take cash out and put it in there. because I even knew I wanted to come this year, and I still waited until like May or June, whenever registration was, and then I had to scrape the money together. I just took all my profit to go because I knew it was going to be worth it. But it would be a lot less stressful to have a little envelope with all the cash that you need ready to go.
So
I definitely agree with Lauren. I mean, we had things come up that took the money that we had put back. So it was just like Lauren, we were scraping and scrunching just to find. So.
Oh, and I also mentioned that I mean, it's just amazing that they entertain you, they feed you, like it's so great. And it's only like $200 and you get $70 worth of credit. And you get, they gave us a whole replenishing Serum Plus C and the new activating squares. So we like got to take those home with us. So it like pays for itself.
Yeah, we added that up. That was like $200 retail, didn't we?
Uh-huh.
Yep. So
okay, so I just didn't pay for it. I actually just added up, you guys, seminar registration, $200. I know those that went to career conference got it for $195, but the other girls paid $225. So I just did $200. I did $150 for hotel. I think you guys paid $130.
Mm-hmm.
So it's a little higher. And then $30 for awards. And then I threw in $100 extra spending money. It comes to $480 total for seminar. And when you divide that out by 12 months, y'all, that's $40 a month. So basically it's $10 a week. So if you'll start, your envelope. And the best thing, like Lauren said, take the cash out and stash it in the envelope and then put your envelope like in the freezer or somewhere. Because if you leave it in your savings account, then that's money that could be used if an emergency came. And so if you take it out and stash it in the freezer where you kind of maybe forget about it, then it's more likely to stay there for seminar next year.
Then you have cold hard cash.
Right, and then the hotel reasonably priced with the breakfast and so the hotel was super. That was great.
Yeah, the hotel experience was amazing this year just because we didn't have to deal with all the crowds at staying at a Mary Kay hotel. And I think Lanice and I have stayed at every hotel situation, even where we paid higher, and stayed at the Omni where we were right there and didn't have to do any shuttle buses. But then there was no breakfast. And so there's pros and cons, but I think we did have the best of it all at the DoubleTree. And so the food was great for awards night. And so love having awards night there in the middle of seminar, made it definitely a lot more exciting as well. At least I thought it was.
Yes.
Awesome. So can y'all think of anything else we might have left off that we shared earlier that...
Just after you go, definitely come home and process. I know Lauren and I talked about processing, just that quiet time to look and see and think and say, okay, I did it this way. They suggested this. I don't have to do every single thing they said because that gets a little bit sometimes overwhelming. You know, I heard 25 ways to book, but I can find the one that I think works the best for me. And that really worked out. I'm still in the, if I get a quiet moment here at the house, it's like, I want to look and see, okay, I like this. I'm going to shoot for this one. So.
Definitely good advice. Thank you, Chamberlain. Because you cannot come back and put everything into motion. You'd be a crazy lady. They can't be doing this all the time. And so it was, I like what fits my personality. And that's what I thought was my personality. There's things that fit me that, might not fit somebody else. Right. And that's what I liked. Yeah. Great. Yes. And Lauren, what were you holding up?
So I went back and highlighted my notes and then took all my highlighted things and put them on one page because I want to be able to go back to my seminar spiral and just look really fast. And I said, I feel like this will be like taking a seminar pill. Like I'm down on my motivation. I need to have a shot of seminar. So that way I don't have to really go through everything. I can just look at one page and read and be re-inspired. Right. That's right. It's right next to the Remember My Why page. And I I thought this was a pretty powerful page too, because like I said that earlier, but when I hear other people say reasons that are close to my own, I can be like, oh, I have a hard time articulating things well sometimes. So I kind of wrote down what they said that fits with me. So it's kind of inspiring too.
Yeah, and I know earlier we had Sue Ann on, and Sue Ann was I loved the fact her relationship with Cheryl at seminar. She kind of pinned her down and was like, well, what's your why? And so, and we get to do that because, we're sleeping with each other and we're in close proximity and we can ask questions and put each other kind of on the spot. And so love the fact that Sue Ann came away with, now has her why she's working her Mary Kay business, and has become crystal clear. And then I also wanted to give a quick little shout out to Betty. Betty is our inspiration, our belief builder. Belief building Betty. That just came out of my head. But yeah, I just love what did she lean over and say to you, Lauren, that you shared earlier?
So Katie Goldstein was the #2 director, and it was her first time in any unit circle. Is that what it's called? Circle?
Yes.
Okay. But she went all the way to 1 million. So she didn't stop at 300 or 350. She just went to 1 million in 1 year, and was talking about breaking that. What is that? What am I trying to say?
Belief barrier.
Well, there's it's a record.
Oh,
right?
The record. Yeah. Sorry.
So Betty leaned over to me and she said, "Does she think she's the only person that can beat a record?"
And so now we're working on finding a record that we can beat. Yeah, and I had shared that. I put in the email to Delia over at Emerald, and she's going to help us come up with some positions and some places where we can break some belief barriers and hit a goal that hasn't been done before, whether it's in Go Give or even Emerald division. Yay! Okay, anything else I'm trying to think of any, well, I guess Sue Ann shared, we talked about Betty, we talked about Cheryl. Anything else? Oh, you mentioned Stephanie was there. And then, of course, Lenice, we had awesome Lenice there keeping us all, she did a good job corralling us as well.
We didn't say anything about our sticks.
Yes! Say something about our sticks, and I'll grab one to show.
We have a lot of fun making them at my house. Well, I should say Tamberly and Lenice had a lot of fun making them at my house. I was a little distracted by cooking dinner for my children, but I'm glad I could be part of it by having it at my house.
It was great.
And y'all, Betty has the missing stick. Or actually, I think it's in Sue Ann's van.
So that's the 6th one.
Yeah, Sue Ann and Betty have the last stick. So yes, we will keep these, you guys. And when we go across stage at Career Conference, because we will all walk across we'll all walk across Career Conference stage as a Cadillac unit, and we will have our sticks spread out with our line as we go across. And anytime you go to a special march across the stage, you'll carry your stick to represent the Freedom Chasers. And so, and then I'm supposed to show up at meeting with a stick too. we can flaunt our sticks at meetings.
Now, Gloria also told us that if our sister consultant was using the wrong language or something, that we're supposed to beat her too. And I said, well, that's a good beaten stick as well. Yeah.
Oh. Okay, then you can do it and just say Gloria gave you permission.
Yes, Gloria told me to. Get it together.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you, ladies, and I think I shared earlier, but appreciate you guys again, and I'll just say it one more time, for investing your time in our Google Hangout twice today, as well as going to seminar and investing your time and time away from your family too. I'm thrilled. It was fun to get to spend those fast and furious 3 days with you guys, and just super excited about where we're headed for seminar. So watch out, world! Here come the Freedom Chasers.
Woo!
Woo-woo. All right. Any last? I think we got everything. Do y'all remember anything? Any other comments?
Nope.
We're good.
Yep.
All right. Well,
I think
appreciate y'all, and thank you guys for tuning in to our seminar recap. And if you want to pin down any one of the girls that attended seminar, definitely do that, you guys, and ask questions. And they're more than willing to share stories, and just we want to include you guys because we want everybody there with us next year. All right. Y'all have a great rest of the day, and thanks again, and love y'all. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.